Today I'm going to be showing you guys how to make rice. Today I'm using Jasmine rice, but we're going to start with olive oil. And just put your pot on medium heat. If you would like, you could also boil a separate pot of water, but you don't need to do that. Not the way that I'm going to show you guys today. And again, this is Jasmine rice. It gives you the measurements on the back, so you can follow that as well. I'm just going to show you guys a technique that I use when I make Jasmine rice. So first I add a little bit of oil to the pan. Not a lot, but enough to coat the bottom of it, because this is going to give me a full pot of rice. Like, this whole pot is going to be full. I was trying to show y'all how much I used, which wasn't much. It looks like a lot came out, but it's not a lot at all. And then you're just going to open your rice, of course. I don't know why this was giving me a hard time, but I'm just adjusting my camera, y'all. Okay, there we go. So we're going to open this on up. Okay, that took forever. Like, okay, like, all right, so you're just going to pour some in. Again, the measurements are on the back. If you do not cook this rice often, or if you've never made it before, follow the instructions. And this is about how much I used. And also on the side, you see a little flip piece. It shows you how much comes in the bag and how much you pour. So this is about how much rice I put in there. It's probably about 3 cups. So you're just going to put that in there. You're going to add some salt. This is white salt. I do not recommend you guys use white salt. This is the only salt we had, which I usually use it for cleaning or just keeping ice from melting. But we're going to use this today. I recommend you guys use Himalayan pink salt or all natural sea salt, because this white salt is not the best health-wise. Anyway, add a little bit more oil because I put way more rice than I was going to originally put. And that's just going to help everything from becoming mushy or sticking together. You're just going to mix that up and let that rice heat up. It's going to get nice and toasted. Don't let it get brown. Make sure that you constantly stir it after a minute or two, because it can easily get brown, which is not a bad thing. But if you like that all white, perfect look, just make sure that you frequently stir it. If you want your rice to look like maybe rice-a-roni or like a toasted rice, you can let it get a little dark. It's going to still come out the same. It's not going to really change the flavor unless you burn it. Don't burn the dang rice. So from there, you're going to let that toast, and then you're going to add water in a little bit. After everything, all the rice is hot. You want to let that rice heat up first without adding before you add the water. And then you're going to go and add your water, which you will see me do in just a second. I don't know about y'all, but these voiceovers be tearing me up, honey. Okay, I make me feel like I should have had speech. So here's when you're going to add your water. You're going to pour that in. I add green onions because it just brings out a lot of the flavor in the rice, especially because it's Jasmine rice, which is already a fragrant rice. So it just makes it taste way more better. You don't have to do that, but again, I would recommend it. You can also add eppies or veggie cubes. I wouldn't recommend you adding seasoning to the rice unless you want to make like a yellow rice or look, there I go again, child. Yellow rice or a seafood rice. Then you would season it a bit more. But if you just want a regular white rice with a good flavor and aroma, you could add green onion or blended up onions and garlic, just some natural flavors like that. But you don't have to do too much when you're making it as a white rice. And once you add your water, it's going to start boiling quick. You're going to turn that heat up once you add your water, because you want it to boil fast. You don't want this rice to cook slow because it's going to be mushy. So once you mix that up, child, you just let most of the water evaporate, because again, this is a steamed rice. And then you're going to put your saran wrap on top. And in case y'all was wondering, I was born in Indiana and raised in Miami. That's why this accent combination is crazy. Once everything starts to boil, you're going to turn your heat down. That's too low, girl. Turn it back up. Okay, you're going to put it on medium, because you don't want this rice to cook too slow, because it's going to become mushy. Again, this is a steamed rice, so it cooks extremely fast. Like, this is going to be the fastest rice y'all ever made in y'all life. Y'all going to be like, why the hell I ain't been making this rice? So you're going to add your saran wrap. You can also use a cheesecloth, or you could just put the pot on top of, you could put the top on of the pot. Child, please. Okay, so from there, you're going to let that steam. It's not going to take long it's not going to take long at all.
There you go, turn me up again. Y'all
it's
know
gonna
what
take
I mean.
a few minutes. I don't know why I got this light in my hand. Child, I be trying to do a lot for y'all with these videos, but I'm gonna stop that. I'm gonna just help y'all out. I'm gonna upload this stuff, and that's gonna be that.
Child, these voiceovers not gonna
Look
be
at
perfect.
Look at this mess. Child, okay. So
only thing gonna be perfect is this rice.
Once that simmer and steam and all that good stuff for a good 10 minutes, you're going to be able to see like all the water is going through the saran wrap. I like to use the saran wrap because I don't have to take the top off. Sometimes when you put a top on, it get all foggy and you can't really see through the pot. So I like to use the saran wrap. Once all the water evaporates, you're just going to take it off and you're going to mix the rice. It's just about done. It's pretty much done, but you can also just put the saran wrap back on there, cut the pot off, and let it steam through just to make sure that every piece of the rice is soft enough. But again, this is a very simple rice. Follow the measurements on a bag for the portions that you want to make, and then you can just follow the steps I use just to make sure that your rice don't come out too gummy.